Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that if you're returning. How you doing? What we're going to be talking about today is what happened at Appalachia High School, okay? And I didn't want to come out with a video right away because I wanted to make sure I had all of my facts straight, okay? The kid who is responsible for this is 14 years old, okay? And like I said, this happened at Appalachia High School. I'm going to give you a rundown of what happened, okay, from the beginning all the way to the end, all right? Now, it is not known yet if the 14-year-old attended the school, okay? I have some videos and you're going to see them pop up every once in a while, all right? Now, the school was placed on a hard lockdown, which was suspended at approximately 11:30 in the morning. At least one person had perished at that time, okay? A suspect is in custody after authorities responded to a report of an active shooter at the Northern Georgia High School, and this was yesterday on Wednesday. The number has now grown, okay? FBI Atlanta is aware of the situation at Appalachia High School in Barrow, B-A-R-R-O-W County. Agents were on the scene coordinating with and supporting local law enforcement. Grady Memorial Hospital confirmed at 12:20 p.m. that they received one victim from the school. Shortly before 11:30 a.m., the school had been cleared and students were being released to their families. Students were picked up from the school. Buses also ran for students needing transportation to their homes. The school says it will share more information as soon as it can. Now, there are approximately 1,900 students that are enrolled at that high school. It is one of two high schools in Barrow County Public School District. Despite reportedly receiving, now this is alleged, okay, I don't know for a fact, okay, so this is alleged, receiving a phone call stating that the high school would be the first of 5 targets. Seemingly nothing was done to prevent what happened, okay? So they probably thought, well, it's a swatting call, or, well, it's just, you know, an upset kid, or, you know, because things like this happen all the time. We receive those kinds of threats here in the Tampa Bay area a lot, okay? I still have a 14-year-old niece who still attends high school. These things happen, okay? And then the sheriff's office will put something out saying, no, it was this or it was that, or and the teen was dealt with and released back to their parents. It happens. So this incident has claimed the lives of at least 4 people and sent 9 people with injuries to the hospital. Approximately 30 others were injured. Law enforcement officials quickly responded to the situation and were able to apprehend the suspect. Now authorities have identified the suspect as 14-year-old Colt Gray, and that's with an A, not with an E. He is a student at the school. Gray immediately surrendered to the police when confronted by a school resource officer. He is now in custody. Gray is facing murder charges and will be tried as an adult. Now, I do have a video. It's like a press conference, if you will. Okay, so let's watch that together.
Taken into custody. Additionally, what I want you to know as of now, there are 4 individuals who are deceased from this incident, 9 that have been taken to local hospitals with various injuries. Of those that are deceased, 2 are students and 2 are teachers here at the school. The priority right now for us within this investigation is to gather all the facts, to make sure that we're accurate with it, because this is a murder investigation. As the sheriff mentioned earlier this morning, the shooter is in custody. His name is Colt, that's C-O-L-T, Gray. He is a 14-year-old student here at the school, G-R-A-Y. He is a 14-year-old student here at the high school. Again, he has been taken into custody. He will be charged with murder, and he will be tried as an adult and handled as an adult. We're coordinating these charges and obviously this investigation with District Attorney Brad Smith, who is the District Attorney for the Piedmont Judicial Circuit here. Since earlier this morning we talked with you, and since the incident occurred, numerous interviews have been taking place through our investigation with students, faculty, as well as any other witnesses that we could identify. Law enforcement had a very, very swift response to this incident once the incident was determined that there was a concern here. Those resources, whether it was in that response or throughout this investigation to assist, came obviously from the Sheriff's Office here, from other local law enforcement agencies, state law enforcement agencies, and the federal law enforcement agencies as well. To include, not to be left out, multiple EMS personnel, multiple fire personnel, and agencies. Those agencies responded here as well today, and I am extremely grateful, as I know the sheriff is, for that quick response and the partnerships of working here together with what all has gone on. Currently, from the investigative perspective, we have crime scene agents and other special agents from the GBI, from close to a dozen of our different work units from across the state that have responded here today to work on this investigation, again, collecting evidence, conducting interviews, and so forth. I do want to pass this along, that if anyone has any information that wants to be passed on concerning this investigation, that they can do that anonymously at our tip line at 1-800-597-TIPS or 1-800-597-8477. They can also report this on by downloading the See Something, Send Something app. That can be done by Android or Apple phones, either one. If they need to report any tips concerning this investigation. Let me close out before I turn this over to the sheriff and let you just remind you that this is still a very active investigation. There is still a lot that is very fluid. There's still a lot of interviews to be conducted that will continue on into the night, as well as crime scene work and collecting and gathering evidence. But what is more important for me to mention here to you is my heartfelt sympathy to the parents, the students that were here today. Regardless of where they were in the school, this has got a great impact on them as well as on this community. My thoughts and prayers, along with everybody standing behind me and every law enforcement agency in this state, and many I will tell you around this country, they are in our thoughts and prayers, and we will continue with that. We ask for your patience as we continue through this, and we'll continue to try to give you as many updates with information as we can to keep you informed. But thank you for being here. I'm now going to turn it over to Bear County Sheriff Judge Smith. Thank you.
Director, would you spell your name, please?
H-O-S-E-Y.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Sheriff Judge Smith of the Bear County Sheriff's Office. I never imagined that I would be speaking to the media in my career over something that happened today, the pure evil that happened today. I cannot thank the people behind me for the support they give me today, to give this office and give this staff. This hits home for me. I was born and raised here. I went to school in this school system. My kids go to this school system. I'm proud of this school system. My heart hurts for these kids. My heart hurts for our community. But I want to make it very clear that hate will not prevail in this county. I want that to be very clear and known. Love will prevail over what happened today. I assure you of that. It is very early as to what happened. Governor Kemp reached out to me and has provided me every single resource that he has to make sure justice prevails. I don't know why it happened. I may not ever know. We may not ever know. But I ask that you and our community lift up our schools, lift up our public safety, and that, again, we do not let this hateful event prevail as to what happened today. I want to thank the surrounding agencies and counties and cities and state and federal authorities that have come and provided us, because they prevented a lot of more tragic events from happening. Continue to lift up these families, continue to lift up our students and our kids. And know.
So this tragedy has claimed the lives of 2 students and 2 teachers, okay? Let's keep all of the families and friends of the victims in our thoughts and prayers, please. Now, one of the identified victims, his name is Mason Schermerhorn. He was an autistic boy and believed to have wandered away from the school after dismissal. Another victim was Richard Aspinwall. He was a coach at the school. He was fatally injured. Another victim of this tragedy at Appalachian High School has been identified as David Phoenix, Phenix. He was a dedicated special ed teacher, a math teacher. David was seriously injured in the attack and rushed to a nearby hospital. He was injured in his hip and in his foot, with the impact shattering his hip bone. Okay. Now, David is currently in critical but stable condition, according to hospital sources, and doctors are working to repair the extensive damage from his injuries. So let's keep everyone in our thoughts and our prayers, okay? And as for this suspect, Colt Gray, G-R-A-Y, we can only speculate, and you know, it's not good to speculate or to even to assume, you know, what was going on, you know, maybe at home, you know, and you don't want to sit here and blame movies or video games or music or anything like that. That's been done before, and you know, it just doesn't make any sense to even do things like that. But you know, we can only sit here and speculate as to what was going on in his head. Was he being bullied? Is his home life terrible? You know, what's going on? You know, because a 14-year-old is not going to do something like this unless something is seriously wrong. Okay? But this is just another reminder to hug your loved ones and your friends, and tell them every single day how much you love them. And you know, when you're tucking your kids in tonight, just make sure they know how much they're appreciated and how much they're loved. Okay? And also, if you are a parent or a guardian of a teenager, pay attention, because they're good at hiding things. But pay attention, be aware, okay? Be aware. Because maybe his parents are just too wrapped up, you know? They're too wrapped up in their work, in their responsibilities, and they just didn't know, you know? So, and you really, can you blame the parents? Not always. Maybe he was being bullied and he couldn't take it anymore. There's no excuse out there. There really isn't. But pay attention, because their actions, their words, they speak volume, whether you realize it or not. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I will see you in the next one. You stay safe, you stay positive, you keep prepping, and as always, fearless.